Hey, how's it going? Today we're gonna go over how to draw Godzilla with a King Kong skull in his hand, okay? It's gonna look very menacing. We're gonna go through it step by step by step, and that's pretty much it, okay? Very simple and direct. Let's hop right into the lesson right now. All right, let's go over and draw Godzilla with a King Kong skull in his hand. All right, so let's do it. So first thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna start with the top of Godzilla's head. He's gonna be looking down, kind of ominously. So let's start with, we're gonna actually see some of the top of his dome there. Down over here, just a bit, and I'm kind of putting a little bit of right here across the brow. A little bit wobbly there because he does have this wobbly here for this side of his, you can see this side of the top of his crown here. Because he has all these scales, right? So he's gonna be, you know, it's a good idea to do it that way. Out over here, down, that's his far side cheekbone. Go over here for the front of his face, curve for the front of his snout, down, curve underneath. Right there for the bottom of his, kind of like where the teeth are. Up over here, back. Don't forget, I'm putting a lot of articles on, you know, a lot of collections of videos and articles with, you know, a lot of free stuff over on sketchingeasy.com. Go check that out. Let's go over here to the eye. Curve over here underneath and curve right here for the eye area. Bag underneath the eye. Let's go over here and find the nostril. And now we're gonna go over here and find the top of that dome a bit. Just top of that dome right there. There you go. And down just a bit here. Kind of back. He has a little bit of a crest in the middle, but not much, honestly. Very, very little right here. Okay. Curve down here for the edge of the mouth, for the you know, the open mouth there. Oops, his nostrils are kind of off. And I'm gonna draw some teeth right there. Godzilla has never been famous for his teeth. Obviously, he has big sharp teeth because he's a giant character, but he's never really been super popular for that. He's just got kind of, as far as proportion wise, he's not Venom or anything like that. He's just kind of got decent teeth, you know, nothing too wild. Alrighty, gonna pull down here to the bottom of the mouth, curve underneath. Then right here we're gonna go over there. It's kind of the bottom row of teeth right there. Okay, doing good. Zigzag over here. It's gonna kind of go to the back there, you know, because he's turned to the left. Down, curve underneath. Up, curve. Curve right here. It's kind of putting a few things together, right? Throwing a little bit more curves in the face. Doesn't really need it, but, you know, kind of could be good. So let's go over here to his back. He's gonna have the back of the neck right here, and I'm still drawing that wobbliness as I draw the line. Right, pulling over here. Gonna draw a little bit of a line of spikes of, I guess you call them osteoderms over there for his shoulder. And it's gonna go down. He's gonna have that a little bit of an ominous look, right? And his shoulder's gonna be over here a bit. Curve right here. Curve right here. Right there. All right, a little bit down. His arm, we're gonna draw his, so that's his shoulder. Curve down a little bit more for his arm. Kind of lower arm, kind of like bicep area. Line over here. Curve over here for the crook of his arm, right? He has it folded. And pull down here. And we're gonna have King Kong skull over here, but we're not gonna do that quite yet, okay? Gonna go on this side, gonna find the other shoulder. So I'm gonna pull down just a bit, curve down over here, downward, line over here. Kind of, he has his other hand kind of to his side, right? A little bit different. Line over here for kind of the chest area, and curve line here. He has not like a huge belly, but he's got like, it kind of gets bigger as it goes down. That was the big shot on him, right? When the movie came out, they're like, oh, Godzilla's too fat or whatever, too big. Yeah, kind of, but he's a big lizard, right? I don't think that's an issue. I'm gonna go over here to the stomach area, and he has this kind of almost like, I guess, snake belly, if you want to say it that way. I'm gonna draw it across. There's many different ways to draw that, but I'm gonna draw it that way. And then kind of draw it through the middle here. He has this kind of wall there. But I like to think of it like these really scaly scales in that area. Curve here for the neck, just a bit here. And then again, there's like a wall of these osteoderms on that side of his neck. What's really going to make him look like Godzilla is going to be the spikes, which we will get to in a second here. And right now, we're going to do it. So right here, I like to think of them as like little mountains. Line over here. Line over here. All right, we got his spike sticking back there. Maybe a couple over here for kind of dimension, right? But not too much. I want these things to really stand out a little bit. Maybe even increase the size of that one a bit. And you can always draw, like, again, shapes on the inside with thinner line. But okay, let's get over here to the skull. He's gonna be having it in his hand right here. So what I really want to get across is I would like to, how do you say? I would like to kind of really understand, like, you know, essentially his skull is just a chimpanzee skull, a gorilla skull. So you can always kind of look up gorilla skulls and see what those look like. But let's just say he has his hand over here, and now we're gonna draw the top of the skull here. They got huge brows, you know, like the brow line, meaning not eyebrow, but like the brow, right? That thick bone area, it's huge for gorillas, especially him, because he is a gorilla, King Kong in the new movies, but he is not quite a gorilla. He's like a monster gorilla because he walks upright, like a human. So his body type is different. Like if you look at King Kong from, I'm rambling here about nerdy stuff, okay? If you look at King Kong in that Peter Jackson movie from what, 2004? I can't remember what year that was, 2007. If you look at King Kong there, he looks like a straight up real gorilla. Let's go over here for kind of marshmallows for eyes, whatever. Like that marshmallow shape, it's like a square. If you look at him, he looks like a real gorilla in that. But in King Kong, like Skull Island and, you know, all in the Monsterverse, the new stuff, he doesn't look like he looks like a gorilla, but like I said, he's upright. He's like a monster. Like, literally, I know if you don't look at a real gorilla, you're like, oh, that's a gorilla. But then you look at a real gorilla, or you look at that Peter Jackson version, you're like, oh, there is a difference. You know, he doesn't walk on his hands the way a real gorilla would. Stuff like that. Go down here, curve, up. He's got those two canines, curve, up. Of course, King Kong would lose in a fight. I don't know. That was why it was like a debate. I'm like, of course King Kong would lose. I always knew that. Godzilla like, shoots atomic fire and stuff, you know? Okay, go over here, back side of the skull. The skull is relatively small compared to the head. Unlike ours. Ours is a little bit different. Like our skull's huge compared to our eyes. And line over here, right? So we can kind of fill these negative spaces in, just to kind of fill it in. would definitely help. Let me know what your favorite movie is, by the way, as far as Godzilla or King Kong. My favorite movie is possibly, I mean, I know it's recency bias, but it might be Godzilla vs. King Kong, that new one. I really, really love that movie. I love that movie in the theater. I just thought it was amazing, you know? And then you can do the back of the jaw. I think we have room for that down here. Let me move it up a tiny bit. Yeah, I think we have a tiny bit more. All right, we have room for that. Let's go down here, the jaw. Big old back of the jaw area. In. Line over here, same thing, same kind of thing. 2 sharp lines. Back here, flat down there. And if you want, there's this U shape right there. And line in here with some teeth facing forward. You can fill this in because that's gonna be, you know, instrumental to kind of showing that graphic shape. We want to show the graphic shape because we want it to stand out a bit. You know, you'd be like, oh, what is that in his hand? Oh no, that's Kong's skull. Okay, let's go over here and draw the back of his hand over here. His hands are kind of humanish. Curve in. And obviously Godzilla has the body of like the old T-Rexes, the old dinosaurs, because of you know, that's just the way what they knew back then in the 50s. Curve over here for one leg. And curve over here for, you know, he's going to go down like his tail and stuff like that. But line over here. You can kind of just keep that texture going, you know? Get that texture going down. You can throw a little bit more. Let's draw his hand over here on this side. He's got his hand to his side. His pointer finger over here on this side. His other hand right there. And I guess you can also draw the rest of him over here a bit, right? And you can draw a couple more spikes out over here. And it's going to get smaller. And they're really not going to show at some point. Right on. So you line over here. Maybe his leg would be over here, right? Curve right there. Okay, so for the rest of him, it's going to be more like you're going to be throwing across maybe thin lines here for, right, like in his arm. For this kind of textured pattern, I'm going to throw that kind of stuff there across, right? There's almost this hashtag. But I'm going to try to draw it thin and wispy. Right across the arms as well. Kind of wrap them around. That's kind of the way I do it. And then we're gonna draw lines right here for under the neck, right? Because he's bending his neck forward. And you can always draw little curves, kind of like I do with the dinosaurs. Little curves everywhere. See these little like semicircles? For the illusion of scales, right? Or, you know, across the head over here or something. You're kind of doing that illusion for scales, and it helps a lot, I think, as far as making it a, you know, a kind of just a succinct, tied together drawing, you know? So, you know, maybe his legs over here, or you can just do the same thing as well on top of that. Over here as well, just a little bit, nothing wild. If you want, you can go over here and draw the curve of his teeth. This might not even be Kong, right? It's like, could be somebody, it could be another gorilla, but no, it's Kong, yeah. It's like a what if scenario, right? I know I've seen the other versions, right? Where King Kong takes out Godzilla. I hope you like this. Let me know what you think. Share the video if you enjoyed this. I'm gonna draw a little bit more detail here with thin lines here. If you like this, do me a favor, share the video anywhere. Share it on Reddit. Share it on, you know, I don't know what exists, Tumblr now. Tumblr, you know, that's old, but people still use it apparently. Share it on, what else is there? Twitter's probably the easiest one. There's an auto share button on the bottom right hand corner. I'm putting a thin line on the outside of him because I still think that's a good thing to do. It's a very comic artist thing to do, to create a thicker outer line or lines that are coming forward. Like if his hand was like right in our face, you would draw a slightly bolder line around that, you know? But anyways, yeah, sharing the video. I'm trying to make this, we're trying to hit 200,000 followers. If we hit it by I'm trying to hit it by the end of the year. If we do that, I want to do something for everybody. I'm not really sure what, but just let me know, you know, like if you can do that, and I can usually tell if somebody shared the video. Otherwise, you can donate. There's basically tons of money coming out of my pocket now for the channel because I've been drawing on larger paper, and this paper is harder. It's a little bit more pricey, but every single cent goes to the paper. So yeah, good stuff. Okay, you are amazing. I want you to remember that. Whatever dreams you have for drawing, you can accomplish them, and I'll help you out as much as I can, being a person online. But yeah, always reach out to me. I'm easy to reach, very easy to reach on Instagram or here. Just maybe say something in the comments and I'll reply. If you can hear my voice right now, say hi in the comment section. All right, I'll talk to you next time. All right. Wait, hold on. Let me a little bit of a thing right here because this is coming forward. A little bit of a for this skull right here. Because it is coming forward, so we're going a little bit of a thicker line.
All right, and if you want to keep learning how to draw and keep pushing your skills, go right here to this video on here on this side. That video I put because it's the exact same theme as the video you just saw, and it I like it as a bit of a pair. So absolutely go check that out right now, another short video.